Welcome, everyone. I know, George is here. It's rare and it's incredible. One of the most incredible creatures in the entire world. I'm sure you'll agree. And he's really annoyed to be here. Look, say hi. Say hi. He's like death staring you guys. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Sorry, I just get obsessed with that dog and like kind of just want to hug him all the time, as I'm sure you guys would if you're here. Guys, thank you so much for so many people being here. I was in the chat just now and that was pretty awesome because I think we were up to like 9-10 likes before the video even started. I think we have like 8 people watching right now, which is awesome. Okay, Spongy Fugu, unlike last week's win, I'm gonna make it work though. Spongy, I think you got a pretty good win, and actually, weirdly, the shipping is very fast. I was not expecting that to get there in like 2 days, but apparently USPS is, on their game right now. So hopefully it's the same. Whoever wins today, hopefully we get that in 2 days, 3 days. I will send it out tomorrow morning. So hopefully you guys can see it from there. Spongy, sleepy music. Yeah, I might change that up. Do you guys? You want sort of a different intro, more dramatic like we have on the premieres of the videos? Because I thought that was kind of cool. It kind of matches this weird, surrounding thing. But I don't know if you guys agree, because I think it's cool style, but I agree the music's pretty weird. Hefe, good to see you, mate. Really excited about the build we're doing. We were chatting yesterday, and Hefe's going to be building me an AAPO1 carbine, which I'm really excited about because I actually really like my AAPO1, and seeing some of the YouTube videos and gameplay of people using it, absolutely awesome. George Death's there, totally not normal. Yeah, Seb. I mean, kind of, he tries to look away when he knows he's not getting away. He just looks at you as if, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you watching me? Why are you giving this guy attention? So I kind of understand his point. Yeah, exactly. The face of, what am I doing here? That's got hit instantly fast. Yeah, mate, I think that was amazing. Yeah, and you are Florida? Yeah, all the way from Florida to Cali, or from Cali to Florida is how it would have gone. Pretty awesome. Florida gang. There's obviously a lot of players in Florida. I need to go and play there, but I always imagine it's so humid that actually, if I've got all my gear on, it would not be that fun, especially in the summer. But I suppose you can play indoor, you can do other places. Cali's very hot as well, so Southern California anyway. But I don't know, guys. Let me know if that's too hot. Sweet apps rock. AAPs rock. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I was reading that wrong. AAPO1, I'm obsessed with that platform, so I'm really excited, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. Florida gang, yeah, come in the winter. Apparently, that's the best time to be there. Okay, guys, sorry, I'm just waffling on. That's my favorite term. I might just get that put on a patch. Patch-wise, we are going to make it available to members. I've got the George patches, and I'm right now getting 6mm Badger logo patches and the logo with 6mm Badger attached to it, the actual text, sorry. So those will be available for members to buy. The George patch is only going to be for member level 2 because it's obviously the most important patch. You can have that death stare on your actual gear. So, if you're excited about that, let me know. I think it's going to be literally the cost that it takes me to buy it and ship it. I'm not going to try and make any money on it. I'm just trying to kind of get you guys, because I get a lot of questions about the George patch, trying to get you guys interested in having that and wearing it. I'm not a patch person, as you know, but I do wear a George patch when I play, so that's pretty good. I'm probably the only one from Kansas around. I've got some friends from Kansas, actually, Nabati. One of my wife's friends, who's actually a model, is from Kansas. It's pretty cool. Central Florida is not too bad in the winter or the autumn. Yeah, butt sweat. Yeah, butt sweat sounds like a fun thing to have during airsoft. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to run you through. So this is my baby. You may have seen it before. It's my favorite airsoft gun ever. It's what I use for everything. It's absolutely incredible. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But this is today's member giveaway. And actually, I was saying in the chat, this thing feels really good in the hat. I look at Lancer Tactical and I don't know what it is. It's their generic branding sometimes. It's the names of some of their AEGs being like 42 characters long, the LT-52S. So it's quite hard just to track what they're making, and they make a lot of stuff. But from what I've heard, the version 3 and the version 2 gearbox is really good on these, and actually they're not cheap. They're not cheap feeling. This is all metal. Obviously, it's a polymer handguard. Polymer pistol grip, polymer handguard, but the rest of it is fully metal. And so it does have a really good weight to it, feels pretty solid. As you probably know, my pet peeve with these is, for one, the mags. You know, they look very cool, but the actual, I mean, you get good at these if you're playing around with them a lot, but the mag size just annoys me. The clicking in function I think is cool, but it's still like, you know, do I like it? This is another thing I don't like particularly, is the fire selector, because it can just drop down to full auto once you've used it enough. And the main thing is the battery compartment. Battery goes in here, especially on a folding stock AK. And me taking this off, as I do that, I'm like, okay, should I take it off? Fitting a battery and then reattaching it, it really annoys me. And the space is very long and thin. So if you're not going with like a very long, thin 11.1 LiPo, it's very hard to get this in and out. So those are my issues with an AK. However, it is a really cool platform. It is different to your usual M4 style platform that everyone has. And the other thing which is really cool is, and actually someone was saying it, if you're playing in a milsim event and you're playing like the bad guys, you're playing like a Russian or, you know, anything which isn't your kind of standard, you know, Western, like US really. I mean, the UK don't use the M4 platform, they use the SA80. So if you're not playing an American kind of role or a US forces role, this is really good because obviously you can use it in so many different positions or roles that you're playing. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I actually think it's really cool. New to Airsoft, just trying to gather info. Frosty, welcome, mate. Because hopefully on this channel you'll get a lot of info. I'm not the most experienced airsoft guy ever, but I think my knowledge over the last couple of years has got a lot better, especially because of the mystery boxes and being able to handle so many of the AEGs and other airsoft guns on the market. So if you have any specific questions, let me know. I'm going to be trying to do a lot more review videos of these before I give them away, because actually I thought that's probably quite a good thing, where a lot of you guys would actually like to see what they're like before you actually get the chance to win it. So I'm going to be trying doing that a lot more. Obviously, I do a lot of unboxing videos and they do really well, but I'm sure some people are getting bored of those. So especially George. George is so bored of those. So hopefully we'll do some different stuff. Yeah, Frosty's in Central Florida trying to stay dry. Yeah, it just seems so humid to be there. Looks great. UK, JJ68, good to see you, mate. Yeah, I know. I saw the Queen's funeral a bit this morning. Obviously horrible to see her go, but she had such an incredible life, such an incredible person, that I think it's awesome that it's kind of celebrating what she achieved. So that is really, really cool. And you get a bank holiday for it. So, you know, you get to actually spend time with the family and talk about it, which is awesome. Frosty, any info to plus? Same in Glasgow. Yeah, Marcus is one of our UK guys. If you want to become a member, JJ, obviously shipping this to the UK is not allowed because you'd have to have a UCARA license or it's two-tone, etc. And it would cost a lot. But what we are doing is, if you win one of the member giveaways, I'm taking the value of whatever this is and I'm sending you a gift card to your favorite or local airsoft store so that you can actually buy the equivalent of this, or kind of whatever you would prefer, which is the equivalent. So hopefully that's kind of interesting. That's the same with any international buyer that's not in the mainland US. Yeah, Rain's Buckets here. Review and testing vids are great for people wanting a real field test, not from the seller's ads. So true, Spongy, actually. I didn't even think of that. Evike are probably putting a positive spin on everything they're selling. And obviously I'm getting a lot of this stuff not for free, but for a discounted rate because it's in a mystery box. And I try and be as honest as I possibly can with this stuff. I don't know why I'm holding this in my head constantly. It must be quite annoying. Yeah, so I think actually that's a really good point. And actually, when I buy airsoft weapons, what I always do is I look up a review video online, try and get like a close up of what it looks like, what the quality is, what the performance is like. And so I think there's a lot of value in that. So hopefully that's something which brings more people to watch the channel, because I think hopefully that's, something that's actually worthwhile to put your time into. So if you guys aren't aware, this is going to be given away. We actually still have 15 members, or actually we had 14, so it went down. We're back to 15 now, which is still pretty good odds. And Team Shadow Airsoft, I think you joined literally yesterday. So welcome to the team. You're a Badger member level 1, so that means your name gets put in twice. I'm going to quickly just go through how this works, guys, because I do it on every stream. If you're a member already, I apologize because this is probably very boring. We have a base level membership, which basically is $4.99 a month. There is a giveaway every Monday, every single week, and your name is entered into that giveaway every single time. So 4 giveaways every month. And your name is entered once, so you have a good chance of winning whatever AEG or airsoft gun that we have giving away that week. If you're a Badger member level 1, you get a lot of extra bonus stuff, but you also get 2 entries. So your name is entered twice into every giveaway. Badger member level 3, level 2, that gives you 4 entries of your name plus all the extra stuff. Ability to get the George patch as well, which is coming very soon. So hopefully that gives you a good idea. Those numbers are also $10 and $15. So those are the memberships available. I was thinking it was going to open up more members who'd want to come in and join, but it hasn't. So I'm going to be doing a membership video explaining that in more detail so that you guys can pass it on to your friends if you'd want to. But obviously reducing the chances of winning might not be something you want to do. So therefore, don't feel like you have to pass anything on. If you want to be a member, I think that's quite good value. You know, $1 per giveaway to potentially win like a $200-300 AEG or equivalent should be good value. But if you don't think so, let me know as well. YouTube certified at life. I don't know what that means, Spongy, but if someone's watching who is YouTube certified, that's pretty cool. Lol, good one. Old YouTube videos are how you get most info nowadays. Yeah, weirdly, like all the old unboxing videos I did have actually got like the highest viewing numbers, probably because they've been around for a bit of time. But normally unboxing videos on the channel get 500, 600 views in the first 3 days, slows down a lot, gets up to 1,000, 2,000 over a month. But actually, all of the feedback I get from you guys is super positive. All of the feedback in relation to this guy is super negative or just kind of like text the piss out of him, which is what we love on this channel. So thank you guys so much for that. And actually, I hardly ever get negative comments. In fact, I got one that wasn't negative, but this morning someone said, please put the dog away. I'm trying to watch this video about airsoft. Why do you keep delaying this? Which I completely understand. You know, like it's like Evite giving me fishing stuff in a mystery box. You're not here necessarily to see a dog if you're going to an airsoft channel. However, weirdly, most people enjoy looking at him more than they like looking at me. And he hates it. So it's a good thing, isn't it? Give me a lick. Nah, he's pissed. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to quickly just go through what we're doing. I'm going to share the screen with you. What I've done is I've made a list of all of the people who are entered into this, all of the members. Again, member level 2, 4 entries of your name. Member level 1, 2 entries. Base level is 1 entry. So we've not got any base level. We've only got member level 1 and level 2. So 2 entries and 4 entries. But what I'm going to do quickly is just show you what that looks like. And that is going to be right up here, the list. So you guys can probably see from the top here, we got Joshua Landers, we got Banger Airsoft, DJ, Joshua K, Bear. Yeah, so everyone's names here is entered twice, or you've got someone like Marcus Benson, whose name is entered 4 times because he's a level 2. And at the bottom here, we have Team Shadow Airsoft, which is the most recent member, which is awesome. So your name is in twice. Spongy Fugo, I think you actually upgraded your membership, so now you're in 4 times. So hopefully that's good. So if that makes sense, guys, here is the list basically of everyone's names. If you don't see your name there, let me know. I'm going to do the draw now, but if for any reason I've forgotten your name, I really want to know that, because obviously, you know, for some reason I've done that, I'm going to make that right. So no one's saying this here. Gulf Coast Fishing, great to see you, mate. I think you're in Florida as well, aren't you? Gulf Coast is kind of what I presume. Frosty Travels, love the dog. Oh, Frosty Travels, you're the one who made the comment. Absolutely, mate. Thank you for making the comment, because actually I think a lot of people feel the same way. They're kind of like, I don't want to write anything about it, but they're probably like, why are we wasting time with this dog? So always appreciate the feedback. Thank you for giving that, mate. What I'm going to do quickly is show you what we're going to do. So that's the list of names. I'm going to randomly roll that amount of, I'm going to randomly reorganize that list of names, the amount of times that we get on this random dice, and the person whose name is at the top at the end of the rolls is going to be the winner. So I'm going to quickly show you what the dice roll looks like. Sorry, this is pretty slow and boring, but the dice roll is basically going to be this. So I'm going to show you right here. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. it's going to basically give us a number. That number is going to be the amount of times that I re-roll the list, and then the person's name at the top is going to be the winner. So actually, I think we had Spongy Fugu, who won last week, which was an AR-47. As I said, this week we have the LT-52S, I think is what it's called. I mean, it's like the most confusing names ever. You also get the amazing Lancer Tactical Patch, which is still attached. This gun's never been fired. So it's brand new. It has never been fired. It's never been used. So literally, you're just getting kind of brand new AEG. I'm never giving that away, so don't even ask about it. Right. So guys, what I'm going to do quickly right now is I'm going to roll the dice. So here we go. Rolling the dice, 2 dice, and they come up with 8. So I think last week we had 7. So it's kind of good that we're remixing that. We've got 8 here in terms of the numbers of rerolls. So this list, which I'm going to show you right now, again with another screen share. I'm kind of getting used to this, guys, so I apologize. Here we go. Here's all the names. Mike Kill, you're in there 4 times, Spongy. Yeah, so we've got all of the names here. And what we're going to do is basically do the roll, and you guys are going to see at the top after 8 rolls who is going to be the winner. So if you're ready, I'm going to roll it 8 times. This is going to be the first one. Randomize. 1. Shadow Airsoft, I mean, you're the newest guys. If we only had 1, you'd be the winner, but I don't want to get anyone too excited. Here's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And finally, number 8. It's going to be Nabatee's Adventures. Rusty, congratulations, mate. You are one of the channel members, obviously, because you've just won. And I think you've been a member for a couple of weeks now. So that's absolutely awesome that you've won this. What I'm going to do right now, if you can message me on the Discord or actually on Instagram as well, what I'm going to do is get your address, get your name, the actual name, because I presume Nabatee isn't. Well, it might be your name, Nabatee, but the adventures part, I doubt is your name. So if I can get that full name, woo woo, absolutely, mate. You won this. I hope you like this. Were you writing that you like AKs, or you were hoping that an AK lover gets this? Let me know. But I think this is going to be really awesome. Just to run through it quickly, you obviously have a collapsing stock. Which button is? Where is the button for this? I literally just had it a minute ago. Where is the button for this? Oh, sorry, it's here. So you've got a folding stock here, which actually I think is pretty cool because you can actually kind of run that AK almost as a more SMG style. It's kind of that modern-esque thing. This is very easy to get off, I think. I mean, not easy, but it is, you know, it's a piece of plastic. Basically, the flash hider's under there, so you don't need to replace that. Sorry, I'm going to show you it actually in big style here. The Nabatee, you've actually got quite a cool... what is it here? To push this down to get it out. Sorry. There's actually a little catch there, which you push back to get the thing off. So it actually clicks in properly. Mag release is here. You have obviously the slide there. That's a linear slide hop up. So you can use that. You have sling mounts. I'm trying to think what else I can let you know. Obviously front sight. So that kind of, rear sight, front sight. What else is cool about this? I don't actually know what this is, guys. This is kind of like a little plate which is attached to this side of the AK. If you know what that is, let me know. But I think it's kind of looks cool and different. So, but anyway, mate, congratulations. I've got the brand new box, got everything. So all I'm going to do is get that packed up and sent to you tomorrow. Hopefully that is interesting for you guys. And hopefully that's exciting because next week we're going to have another giveaway. Hoping an AK lover gets it. Yeah, I thought you were saying that, but it's your first AK. So what I want to know, Nabatee, and I want you to leave a comment on this stream afterwards if you can, and let us know in Discord. When you get it, do you like it? You know, is it this amazing thing that you really, really love? Or is it kind of like, I'm not the biggest, the biggest fan of this. You know what? I'm going to trade it for an M4. I want to know. I think everyone out there wants to know. So please let us know what you think of it. Do you guys want me to keep chatting or are you done? Do you want to actually discuss some other airsoft stuff, ask me some questions, or you're like, you know what, I'm done. The giveaway is cool, but I want to know what next week's giveaway is. So just get on with that. let me know, because like it'd be quite interesting just to chat with you guys. But if you're not that interested, then clearly I'm not that bothered. I am bothered. I'm just, I understand. Okay, side rail for mounting optics. Seb, that's really cool. So, Navity, you may not be an AK guy, but you now know, and so do I, that this is actually a rail. Sorry, this is a rail for mounting optics. So it may not have a Picatinny rail on the top here, but because it's a more modern style AK, I presume something comes over here, and so you can have a sight on the top, or it attaches a Picatinny rail that you can mount any sight to. That would be my presumption, but let me know if you think that's the case or not. Mike, Kill Sign, Call Sign Aries, what's next week's giveaway? It's going to be Monday, 1 o'clock, same time. But I'd like to know from you guys. Usually what I'll do is I'll put up option in the Discord. Before we were voting on them, but because that was every 2 weeks and now we're doing them every week, I was kind of thinking, you know what, I'm just going to choose. And if you guys approve it, great. But if you guys would like the vote still, let me know because I will put it up there. Normally what I'll do is post a little video on the channel telling you guys what it is. I'll post it in the Discord so you guys know what is there prior to seeing it and kind of, how excited you're going to get about actually getting that. So I don't know if that's interesting for you guys, but let me know. Marcus Benson, have you seen the Novrich SSP5? I have, mate, and I thought about buying it. I was kind of like, this looks really cool. Obviously, the action on it looks very fast. It's kind of like a half blowback. So it's a very light slide, I think, that kind of kicks back very fast. But I love my Glock 26, and it's so much shorter, and I don't feel like I need that speed as much. I think it's really, and correct me if you think it's wrong, I think it is based more for the speed softers. It's based for, I want quick reaction speed. I want a CQB gun. I want to be able to HPA it if I want to. It's a high kappa style, which is obsessed. People really love in Speedsoft. So I've looked at it and I'm like, I do kind of want it, and I think it would be a great one to review for you guys. But I don't know if I want to buy it. Let me know if you guys are buying it or if you think it's a good buy. I'm not quite sure. There are a few players at my field that are heavy AK lovers. They will definitely get me going in the right direction. Absolutely, mate. And if they've got more of these mags for you to borrow, that's pretty cool. One thing as well, it's a mid-cap mag. So it's definitely the better quality Lancer Tactical. You haven't got a high cap. And the other thing with AK mags is I think the capacity at mid-cap level is pretty high. So obviously you've got a lot of space here to put BBs in. If I'm wrong and it's the same as an M4 standard, like that 50 to 80. And then if you've got the EEPM, so the EPM ones, you're at 120 to kind of 200. Those are amazing. And I presume, actually, they probably don't have something similar for the AK, but I think it's a higher amount of BBs. We are grateful for whatever you want to give us. Absolutely, mate. And I'm going to continue doing it every single week. Obviously, like a lot of people have actually asked, do you make money on this channel? No, I don't. I lose money every week, but I love this community. I lose money editing the videos, giving the stuff away, buying the boxes. We're growing the membership. So it might be a point at some point where I'm not losing money, but I really enjoy doing it. I love playing Airsoft. I love talking to you guys. So you know what? It's not a big deal. I have a good job and I'm very happy to do this. So it's not the biggest deal for me. So what I would really like you guys to do is let me know from the unboxing videos what you guys would like to be the next giveaway. Obviously, I've got things like this, which is a TM recoil shock, which has been custom upgraded, which I'm completely obsessed with, as you know, because all I do is talk about it. I'm not going to be giving this away, and I'm not going to be giving away some of the others that I've had teched up, but I have a huge amount from mystery boxes of pretty good AEGs, gas blowback rifles, all of these things that you've seen me open in the videos. And so I think it would be really cool if you guys actually had some say in what you wanted. A lot of them are M4 based, but for me to start looking through them and be like, hey, I don't know what these guys would like. If you want to throw out, actually down in the comments below this video after we've streamed, just put down some ideas. Because for me to be thinking like, oh, what should I choose is actually kind of frustrating and annoying. So if I have someone who makes a comment saying, give this away, and a few people like it, that would be amazing, just so that you can see that. Mike, any new videos of gameplay coming soon? There are, mate, but my editor, who is the new guy who's doing the unboxing videos, which I think are really cool. Some people actually said they prefer the older style where it's kind of like this. I spend more time talking through the gun. I spend more time kind of talking about what it is and not as like fast, cool edited. I'm trying to do that more in the live streams, as I said, and then doing the unboxing videos more like that style. But some people have said they don't like that style very much. So let me know on that. But I actually have, I think, 7 unedited unboxing videos right now, and I need to catch up on those. So what I've said to the editor is, let's focus only on the unboxings. Let's get through them and catch up. And then I'm going to go back to more gameplay. I've got a load of gameplay, especially in 360. In fact, look at this. This just arrived. This is one of the cameras that I run on this. But this is the new version of it, the Insta360 X3. Yeah, X3. So I'm really, really excited to do that. I've got a ton of footage, especially in 360, that we are going to be editing. It just might only come out in a couple of weeks. Maybe a month. The other thing is I had ACL surgery because I tore my ACL skiing. So I haven't been able to play for a bit. So there's not a load of fresh new content. Also, on top of that, the other thing, which is a big thing, is that my airsoft site Warp Tops burnt down 2 weeks ago. So it's going to be harder to go and get gameplay from there, but I am going to be playing other sites, and I should be able to play with a sniper or something slow at the back of the field in probably a month. So I'm going to get that stuff going. But if you really want to see gameplay, let me know. The gameplay videos just don't do as well. For some reason, you guys don't like watching me do gameplay, which makes me think that I'm just a bad airsoft player. And when I say that, George is looking at me actually saying, yes, you're bad, stop playing. But I can understand you guys love watching the unboxing videos. I really enjoy watching other YouTubers who do airsoft videos doing the unboxings. I also really do like gameplay though. But you guys don't like my gameplay from the viewing numbers, the like numbers. So I don't know. Marcus Benson, a shotty or a sniper next, please? Absolutely, mate. I've got some shotguns. I've got some snipers. The one thing I would say is the reason I haven't done those in the past is the value on those items is generally lower. Now, I think it depends on which one, but because they are generally just spring, sometimes you get gas shotguns, but it's pretty rare. Generally, it's the spring pump action kind of style. Or with the sniper, it's the bolt, which is spring. The prices are normally like 100 to 200, whereas most of these things are 200 plus. So I've been trying to give you guys more value, but that is a great idea because it mixes it up a lot more. So if you guys want a specific sniper or a specific shotgun that you've seen, please put it in the comments. But I think that's a great idea, Marcus. So I'm going to try and do that unless someone says, hey, I don't want that. Let's not do that. And in which case Marcus, you can have a fight with whoever you can in the Discord. We can have a big debate and we'll work out what we want to do in there. My main is an LCT. If that is anything like mine, you'll love it. LCT Team Shadow, I think is really good, especially with AKs. I've actually heard some recent news that some of the LCT stuff's not that good, or they've let some stuff slip. But I know AKs they specialize in, and I know from people I've spoken to as well that they're awesome. I think it was Negative Airsoft's actually a video where he took one apart, one of the recent ones, and the quality of the internals compared to what he'd seen before were just not as good. But let me know if that is not true. Spongy, I know, mate. So I had the Insta360. In fact, I'll show you this. I had the Insta360X. I've had all of them pretty much, apart from the X1, X2. This is the one that I used to run or have been running up until now, which is the 1X, which is like 2-3 models behind the new one. What I am quite worried is I've never had the lenses shot out on this when I've played airsoft, even though I don't cover them. With this, I've obviously got this big screen here, which could be an issue. I'm trying to work out how to kind of stop that from being cracked because it's obviously pretty large. Actually, to be honest, I presume if this was hit, this plastic wire BB at close enough range, it was going to crack anyway. The one thing with this is I surf, and I love that this is waterproof. So I don't know. They're expensive cameras, so I don't know if it's a good thing that I should be doing that. But it gets really awesome footage, you're right. And I mount it. I'll show you guys quickly on this. I mount it here. I've actually got a new rail attachment. So literally that camera just sits here up And so you can kind of see it looks forward down the barrel. It looks back at me. Like some people run those, the GoPros that look back at you. But I actually really like that. I didn't used to run a GoPro on my helmet because my thoughts were that the 360 captured everything, but what I realized is FPV view is awesome and people want the FPV view. So I will now run a GoPro on my head and I'll run that on the rifle so that you can kind of see where it is. Your editing is good, Banger. Your editing is good. So I feel like as your follower grows, you will get better views on gameplay. That's a really good point, mate. And I think weirdly, the new edits, because they're very kind of like fast and exciting, the views on them early in terms of like the first couple of hours is getting better. And I think that means that hopefully viewers are kind of saying, wow, I saw this one, I'm going on to watch the next video, as opposed to getting bored with me talking about George and other things. So I think if one of those goes viral or we get a huge amount of views on that, I think it would really grow the channel. And obviously you guys have been amazing. You've put likes and everything. You put the notifications on, which is helping the channel grow. Anything else you think you can do, amazing. But thank you for being here, to be honest. Like I'm just a big fan of all of you guys for being here. So, you know, if you want to spread it and we can get this to go viral, amazing. But I think at some point, one of these videos is going to do really well. And hopefully that will grow the membership and the viewers, the subscribers on this channel. I will also do a subscriber giveaway. It's not going to be the same value as the member giveaway. And it's going to be maybe once every couple of months. But I will do that just to try and grow the subscribers. But realistically, this channel is set up for members and for you guys that are here hardcore asking questions all the time. Sorry, I'm getting texts here that are coming through. Do you have an ETA on when you're going to play again? That's a really good question. Sorry, this guy's texting me, which is making annoying noises in the video. It's a really good question. I had the surgery, which basically took a tendon from my quad, so the big muscle at the front of my leg, and put it into my knee because I'd torn it skiing. And I actually played airsoft with it a few times, landed in a couple of trenches, and it really hurt. But it hurts for about a minute, and then it's fine again. I actually played a few more times with a knee brace after I did the MRI and found out that the ACL was torn. So they basically said, look, you can't really tear it anymore. But after the surgery, obviously you're on crutches for a bit, you're in a knee brace for a bit. That is now over for me. And I feel like every day I'm walking around normally and I don't really, it doesn't feel like I'm noticing it that much. I have physical therapy twice a week and I'm stretching it and I'm squatting and doing all of that. The issue with the ACL is because it's a tendon or a ligament that is underneath your knee, they bolt it into the bone, I think. And for 6 to 9 months, it hasn't fully set in your knee. So for that 6 to 9 months, you're not supposed to do any sport. You're not supposed to do any turning motion. So I don't get to surf. I don't get to ride my one wheel. I don't get to play airsoft because actually I'll be in the moment. I'm running, I'm dodging, I'm, trying to get undercover. And so that will rip. So they say 6 to 9 months from July. It's basically gonna be January, February is the earliest. So that is probably going to be the earliest that I can properly play airsoft. I have got a HPA sniper rifle, which was supposed to be delivered just now. And unfortunately, I missed it. So I didn't get to sign for it. So it's probably going to get here tomorrow. But my idea was to use that, sit at the back, provide cover for my team. Obviously, then I don't have to move quickly. I don't have to run into buildings, etc. So I don't know. Let me know. Banger again. I hear making some shorts from little tidbits of gameplay tends to get good hits. Really good point, actually. One, I think I've done some shorts, which are just of showing what I'm giving away and just some close-ups of some of the guns. But there is one 360 piece of content that I put up there, which is just me running from a tank and going to cover. And I think that is the #1 short that I put up on the channel. So that's a really good idea. And what I should do is go back through my GoPro and go back through the 360s and just pick out some of those moments, and I'll try and post them as, shorts, because I think you're right. I'll get higher channel discovery and hopefully more subscribers and more members. So I love that feedback, mate. I'm going to get on that straight away. Second, the shorts comment. Spongy, yeah. So I need to get on that more. And I think that the YouTube algorithm, from what I'm hearing, is the shorts is kind of like TikTok. They're basically trying to take TikTok like Instagram did with Reels. So I think that those shorts are doing a lot better than regular videos, and they're obviously shorter. So people are clicking through to your channel and seeing more of it. So I need to do more shorts before they get rid of the algorithm pushing those higher in people's feeds. Have you ever met any famous airsoft YouTuber, Mike Hill? Met famous airsoft. So yes, I have. I actually went to the evike.com. What was it called? What's that Japanese TV show where it's like the competitions and last man standing wins? I'm having a massive mind block right here. But anyway, I met Desert Fox Airsoft, and I met Matt from Evike, who were there. The other guy that I have not met but I played with is my memory is really bad today. I can't remember his name, but he has a really big following, and unfortunately, he's actually been banned from the site that I played at. I think he does some amazing gameplay videos. I probably shouldn't say his name actually as well, because it puts a bit of bad stuff out there. But I've seen him not take hits. I've seen him basically, and I think that's just because he wants better gameplay. If he gets hit, he just gets down on one knee with his hand up in the air for about 45 seconds, then just stands up and keeps playing again. So he doesn't go back to the respawn zone. I was watching this and I was like, what is this? Like, you're not special. You don't have your own rules. But like, it annoyed me a lot. And I don't know if you guys can guess who that is, but just put it up on the screen if you can guess. I've remembered his name right now, but I'm not going to say it. He plays at Southern California sites in general. I think Hollywood Sports Park maybe is one of his favorites. He's played at Warped Tops. He's played other places. But I have heard, not from anyone specific, but on the grapevine, that he's been banned from quite a few sites. It's kind of like Kicking Mustang. Apparently Kicking Mustang, I love his videos, but apparently a lot of airsoft sites in the UK have banned him from playing. And there was a short that I saw recently which had the list of sites that have banned him. Jim, I'm not going to say you're right, but you might be right with that comment that I've just seen pop up. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say anything else. Holy smokes, that's a while off. Yeah, Spongy, I think that's referring to me doing gameplay. It's really annoying. I'm definitely not happy that is the case. The more annoying thing is that I feel completely normal and I feel like I can do anything. So I have to consciously make the decision in my head that I'm not allowed to do that stuff. And so yesterday, for instance, my wife was playing some tennis with a friend and I was there and they had another friend. They were like, let's do some doubles. And I'm like, I can stand there and hit the ball, but I can't run at it or walk at it with any speed. And so really, I shouldn't have done that. And I need to stop doing that. And I need to make that effort in my head to stop doing it. Swimming is actually something I can do because obviously it's just kind of, resistance against the leg. But I can't surf. There's twisting motion, anything like that I need to not do. So yeah. Okay, Spongy, yeah, you may have guessed him as well. I'm not going to say anything more. Mike, Kill, I'm an unfamous YouTuber, lol. Down the shed with Jason, mate. Everyone starts somewhere. I haven't actually seen your numbers I have gone to your channel before, I think, but I haven't seen your numbers. But literally, I think it's taken me a long, long time, probably 2.5 years to get to 3,500 subs. It's definitely worth it because it's that community thing. You're a big part of our community, of my community. So really appreciate that. But everyone go and check out Down the Shed with Jason's channel. I don't think I've ever seen him return to a spawn in a vid, Spongy. Yeah, whoever you're talking about, I hadn't ever seen him play in person, and it's a he. That's giving it away as well. But he actually, I think, also made a video which was very negative about a guy I've played with in the past, and the guy played in that way because he was so annoyed with how this guy was playing. He was like, if you're going to play that way, I'm going to play the same way and I'm going to make it hurt for you. And he obviously got a lot of footage of this and then turned it into a video, which was all about this guy cheating. So that really put a bad taste in my mouth. Don't know if you guys have heard something similar, but yeah, it was really weird. Spongy Fugu, some of us cut that from the videos. It's just a waste of time on YouTube. I agree, Jason. But from what I've seen in person, I presume sometimes and maybe most of the time he goes back to, but I've seen it probably at least 3 or 4 times in a day when I've played a game with him where he's just done that. And I think because of his, persona online, how famous he is, how many people see him, he probably just thinks he can get away with it. And the marshals that I've seen who've marshaled him have definitely given him more leeway, let's say, than regular players. That's all I'm going to say. Down the shed with Jason, it's taken me 2 years to get to 266. But, mate, they're probably 266 solid subs. So congrats, mate. I really think that is awesome. And this is a shout out. People go and check out Down the Shed with Jason's channel. Any of the subs on this channel, go and check him out. Watch some of the videos. I'll get you for 1-2, man. As in, you're going to get him a sub. I hope that's the case. Got me an LT-52S FAL. Mate, I think that's a really, really cool gun. And it's one that I don't see that much. The FAL is just a really cool kind of DMR style. I just think it's awesome. And actually, I haven't seen that many of them around. So big props for getting that. Jim the Mad Viking, I hate cheetah vids. I'm exactly the same, but as I said that, this guy just went for a stretch. He loves watching cheetah vids. It's kind of like, you know, saying, hey, I hate airsoft, so therefore if anyone's going to cheat at it, it's the best thing I'm ever going to watch. So I'm the same. If someone's like, it's all negativity, to be honest. If people write, you know, nasty things on people's videos, anything like that, I actually just more, okay, he's just jumped off and left me now. I feel, I don't like reading it, but actually like, I don't blame people for writing it. I think sometimes they're not in a great place, which is why they've been ticked off or annoyed by a video and therefore they're writing a comment. But I do have a real issue with cheetah vids. There's a lot of people that I'll play with, or a lot of like game days that I'll play where people won't take their hits. It's part of airsoft, guys. It happens. Nearly every single time I've played, I've seen someone not take a hit. So I've got to the point now where I never have an issue with it. If I'm there next to someone, I'll say, this guy's not taking his hits, but I won't say it in like a, God, this guy, who does he think he is? Because I know that it happens. And I know that there's players who are of different, there's people that are there for the first time. There are people that are there and they play and they just cheat. But it's no point in me getting worked up about it because all it is a waste of energy. And so if I get the drop on someone like that, you know, like I get to see them and I get to put a few shots into them, I'll give them an extra 2 or 3. You know what? That's karma. That is just how it is. Normally I'll just double tap, but actually if it's someone there, I'll give them an extra 2 or 3 shots. And therefore they know they should take it. You know what I mean? But generally, yeah. I mean, anyone who's making videos about cheaters, I'm like, this is a complete waste of your time. You know, why are you trying to put someone on blast when you have no idea about their situation? You really are not this overarching, you know, see everything. I know that my BB hit you, therefore just sit down. Down the show with Jason, trust George. Yeah, he's now sitting by the door just saying like, I want to get out of here. So maybe I should wrap it up soon. If you guys have other things you want to chat to me about, though, I'm more than happy to stay here. It's the airsoft videos, I think, that got me the last 166. That's really interesting, mate. That's cool. The airsoft community is pretty solid as far as following each other and helping grow each other's channels. Absolutely, mate. I definitely got inspired by a few people and I really, really liked watching their stuff. C7 Viper was a big, big inspiration for me, especially on the unboxing stuff. So whenever I can kind of support him, give him a shout out like now, he is the best at doing unboxings, full stop. Like amazing. His wife is incredible. I presume like she gets in and supports him. My wife, she laughs at me when I play airsoft. She's like, you know, if people who are at your career and your job knew that this is what you were doing, they'd probably, you know, want to do business with you less. I said, I don't care. I really don't care. This is what I like doing. If someone like that is going to put my hobby, you know, like people used to do that about video games. And basically what we do is play a form of video games in real life. We get exercise. We get a lot more adrenaline for doing it. And it's a lot more fun. You get to tech your gear up properly. And so if someone is going to have an issue with me doing what I love to do and making videos about it, I don't care. You know, I'll do business with other people. And so therefore, you know, I just think his wife supporting him in that way is really awesome. You know, she gets involved with some of the videos. Seems like she does some of the editing and she's behind the camera, just kind of giving another perspective. And it's that person learning airsoft. I think that's really cool to see someone discovering it, you know, figuring stuff out, because it's really, it makes me think of videos that I've made recently where I'm figuring stuff out and people have let me know stuff. I really like that. Once you've healed up, would you like to travel to the other fields outside of your home fields? Absolutely. Team Shadow. Are you in California? Because I've played some fields, 2 or 3 hours away from LA, but rarely other than Warp Tops. Warp Tops is my go-to. So, I would love to play other sites. I haven't been able to drive with my knee, and actually I had a brain tumor in 2019, which is why I have this weird pin thing in my head, if you can see. But it basically stopped me driving for about a year. So I have my license back now and I can drive wherever I want to go. So yes, 100%, mate. I've also kind of thought about flying with airsoft gear in the past. And I know people do it. I know Desert Fox does it. But I haven't looked into that fully, and I should do for sure. I also have a young kid. So I need to divide my time up well. Can't wait for him to be the age of 10. If he likes airsoft, we can go and play. Someone I know says I play children's games. Yeah, mate, it's hilarious. Like, if someone out there is saying that, I just take it with a pinch of salt every time. Like, you go and you play rugby, you play football, you play soccer. It basically is a similar thing. It's a team game. You've got a competition going on. In this, there's a lot more like tactics and teamwork. Well, no, there's not more teamwork. There's the same amount of teamwork that needs to be done, but it's no different. Like, you're not playing a regular sport for anything other than your enjoyment, unless you're professional. Absolutely, you're paying an insane amount of money. But most people who play those sports are not being paid. They're doing it for fun. They're doing it to have, good time with their friends. So yeah, like, who cares really if what you're doing, like, what I also think about is when we watch these videos and films of like war and those kinds of things, they are made so much more exciting and fun than what it is really like to be in the forces and what it's really like to be in a war zone. Now, I haven't been in a war zone, but I have family who are military, and I have friends who are military, and I was a Royal Marines cadet until the age of 18. And so I know that most of the time you're marching, you're standing around, you are, defending different areas, and a lot of stuff doesn't happen. So actually playing airsoft is the closest in terms of enjoying that kind of military, role play kind of style thing. I think it's the video game side. It's the watching awesome videos side. I really, really love it. So again, I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't think any of you guys should as well. I've got loads of new friends via airsoft. Absolutely, mate. So do I. I met an entire team of guys who we text regularly. If I need to know about stuff or I want some advice, I have a set of guys there who are all awesome people. In fact, we've come here to my house and we've trained to go and play Milson West. And like, I would not have known those guys. I would not have kind of got to like chat to them, enjoy things, play Milson West unless I knew them. So absolutely, mate, completely agree. Sorry, you're welcome to come play at MTK Airsoft in Indiana. Would love to meet you. In fact, I've got family in Indiana. My wife's family are from Indianapolis originally. So I could definitely go and do that. I think it is a 3-day drive for me to get there. So maybe what I should do at one point is a tour. I should start in California and I should just try and play airsoft fields my whole way to Indiana or something like that. So then I get tons of different sites. I can meet different people. I can hopefully meet some of you guys. I think the issue is going to be most sites are only open on weekends. Therefore, am I actually going to be able to play that many sites if it's me traveling for like 4 or 5 days, and playing every day? I don't know. If there's a way of doing that or someone's done it, let me know. C7 Viper's awesome. Completely agree. Absolutely love that guy. He's also a brilliant personality. Seen him playing the Swamp Sniper events. Like, he's such a character. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's not his video, whatever, he's just in like Swamp Sniper's videos. He's just awesome. Like, he's not trying to play up for the camera. He's just playing a really cool role. And I think he adds a lot to those games. I haven't played those games, so I don't know. But from what I'm seeing is really cool. Jason, RIP Her Majesty the Queen. 100%, mate. Big, massive fan of the Queen, who she was, what she's done for the world, let alone the UK. It's really amazing, because I was saying, like, the amount of like people who are my parents' generation, my grandparents' generation, they're just really stuck in their ways. They're like, oh, that's not how it was in my day. All these kids going around and doing this stuff now. And I make a conscious effort, or I'm going to just always keep my mind open and not be like that. And then I think about the Queen, and she took the throne at 21, and she was on the throne for 70 years. And through that entire time, she stayed relevant. She stayed this amazing person that everyone could relate to. And how many 96-year-olds do you know that 20-year-olds or 15-year-olds are relating to. I mean, that is absolutely incredible that she didn't have this ego of like, no, we're the monarchy, whatever it is. Such an incredible woman. So I'm hoping that that continues. A lot of people give Charles a load of crap. I actually think he's a pretty awesome guy. So we'll see how that works out, Charles III. What's going to be weird for me is the changing of the national anthem. Instead of God Save the Queen, it's now going to be God Save the King. And they are also going to be changing all royal uniforms, obviously the insignia, all the currency, because it obviously has the Queen's face on it, which is going to be different. So that's going to be an interesting adjustment period. But yeah, it's interesting. Team Shadow Airsoft, California to Florida tour. I mean, mate, that's going to be what, a month drive. If you guys have some sites along that route that you know are open Monday to Friday, I think I should plan that and do it because it would be awesome. Plus, I mean, that's going to grow the channel. You guys would love to see someone traveling across the US playing all the different sites, or I think you would because I'd enjoy that. Passports. Absolutely, mate. And I think I got a recent passport. I recently renewed my UK passport, so that might have to change, but I presume there'll be a grace period. I think there'll be a few years, or any new passports now will have to be King Charles, but previous to that, we'll probably have the Elizabeth II insignia on it, but I might be wrong. Is there a field he would love to play at? I would love to play the Swamp Sniper field, to be honest, Balahak. I always watch those videos, and it's not necessarily the kind of milsim style, but the post-apocalyptic stuff I think looks awesome. The Western, cowboy kind of style, Native American kind of thing, I think that's really cool as well. So I'd love to play some of those events. There's also some of the ones not in the US, like abandoned cement factories, things like that, which I would love to go and just experience because I think it's great. See the Queen in my army town. Oh, so you've actually seen her. I mean, that is amazing. Throne at 25. Sorry, mate, not 21. I'm off on 4 years on that, so thank you for that. Passports, yeah, they'll stay the same until renewal. That makes sense. If you stop by Wisconsin, I know I'll come out to face you. What, so you're saying, Kornacki, you're going to fight me? Like, we can't be on the same team? Mate, we're supposed to be, like channel members, like same like group here. You should be wanting to play with me. I'll give anyone who plays with me, who knows this channel, whoever it is, if you find me on the field, I give you a George patch. I've had a few kids come up to me in the last few times I've played and be like, are you 6mm Badger? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, I love your videos. And I'm just like, thank you so much. Come and find me in the safe zone. And when they come and find me, I give them a George patch, which up until now has been pretty awesome. So, because I think there's so few of them out there that hopefully it's cool. Badger member level 2, obviously that's going to be an option for you guys to buy those very shortly. So it's going to be anyone I meet in person or the member level 2, so you can get hold of those. Okay, the themed events look amazing. Yeah, I love those kinds of events. Lion Claw is planning to do an indoor mall event in California next year. Mike, let me know where that is in California and send me a DM about that on Discord, because if it's next year, I would love to play that. I'd really, really love to play that. So, like, I haven't played in a mall before, and I think that would be absolutely awesome because I've seen some of the videos of them and I love it. Was driven past me 10 feet away from a few of us who turned out to wave, was last minute as a helicopter was grounded due to weather so they had to drive her in suddenly. Yeah, mate, she's amazing. Like, I saw one of her aides was talking to the news. I don't know if you guys saw this, but basically he used to be the Queen's aide, would go on walks with her. She loved hiking when she was at Balmoral, like her house in Scotland. And he told a story which I thought was awesome. Sorry, this isn't really airsoft related, but I just want to tell you guys this. So he was saying they were on a walk, just the two of them, and there were 2 American tourists who walked, coming the other way. And they stopped her and said, oh, hey, how are you? They didn't realize it was the Queen. And so they started chatting and they were like, oh, did you know that the Queen has a house near here? And the Queen turned around. She's like, oh, yeah, I did know that, actually. That's really, I think I've actually, met her in passing before. And so they turned around and her aide is kind of like giggling and chuckling about this because obviously it is the Queen they're talking to. And they literally turned around and they were like, oh, that's so amazing. Can we have a photo with you? It would be so cool if we can show our friends this photo of us with a person that met the Queen. So they had the aide literally stand there and take a picture of them next to the Queen. And she was like, oh, have a fantastic day. Hope you get to meet her too one time, which I just thought was so funny. I mean, like, to have that kind of sense of humor, to make that kind of joke, because those people, when they went back to the US or went and saw someone, they were like, look, we have this picture. Someone would say, that is the Queen. You literally had a picture with the Queen and you're completely unaware. I mean, like, if that's the kind of sense of humor she had, like, absolutely amazing. We'll need bigger stamps in the UK because of Charles's ears. Marcus, that is hilarious. He has definitely got big ears. But what they do say, I think specifically about men, and I've got some pretty big ears, is that as you get older, your ears get older. Your ears get older, obviously. Your ears get older and they also get bigger. So I'm thinking that it's going to happen to you as well, mate. So don't get too excited about the big ear stamps, because if that happens, maybe actually, mate, they'll just do an ear. Instead of doing his face, they'll just do one of his ears. Well, that'll be like the logo of the new monarchy. I think that'd be pretty cool. Someone on local radio was saying she went up to the Queen unknowingly. It was her and said, "You look just like the Queen." And she replied, "How reassuring." Lol. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people bending over and bowing to her and just like giving her all this praise or whatever. So I expect that's probably like a breath of fresh air for her, just being able to make those jokes with people. Or I imagined that was what it was like. Just an amazing woman. The Queen had an awesome sense of humor. Absolutely. Ears and nose never stop growing. Spongy Fugu. Yeah, my nose is pretty big as well, mate. So there might get a point where the GoPro footage has got the end of my nose in it. So let's hope that's not the case. But see me in 20, 30 years, mate. We'll have a look. The channel's still going to be here. That's what we're thinking. Let's keep growing this thing and let's keep everyone here and let's keep pissing off George, because he won't be around. He's like 8 now. So if he can look down from above and just be like, this guy's still annoying me, it's going to be great. Okay, so yeah, super sticker. What is that? $1.99 coming soon, surrounded by yellow stars. I don't know what that is, Mike. Is that like a new thing on YouTube? Because that would be cool. I could do like a George surrounding thing if that was something you do. Spongy Fugu, King Charles is worried then. Yeah, for sure, because he's going to have a big nose and big ears. Actually, William's going to have the same, I think, isn't he? And Harry as well. I mean, it's going to be in the family, that trait, I think. I feel your pain. I have a long, sloping French nose. Need a picture of that, mate. Put it up in the Discord. So actually, I'm just going to quickly talk about something else just before we finish this. Andy DeVoe, nice suit. I'm currently cleaning out the farm for winter prep. Yeah, mate, I had a couple of meetings this morning. And actually, I quite like wearing a very English style suit. I kind of have it very cut in at the sides. I don't technically have to wear a suit every day, but I play up to my Englishness as much as possible because I live in LA. And for some reason, people like the English thing here. So I get sweaty a lot. I play up to it. And people seem to really like the whole suit thing. So thank you very much for letting me know that. My uncle's actually a farmer, and I think he's doing the same right now. He's cleaning out the stalls and getting ready for the winter. But I am so unaware, and I do not have good knowledge on that kind of stuff. Approximately 85% of the UK against King Charles. He should pass it to William. Jason, I know this is really weird though. Like I find this thing really strange. I mean, he hasn't done much wrong. Diana's situation was a weird one, obviously, and pretty awful. But I don't know. I don't see much wrong with him. I think he's a nice guy. I think he's never done that much wrong. I think he's done a great amount of, serving as a royal. He's done a huge amount for charities and some great things around the world and the country. He's probably not as exciting as the Queen and doesn't quite have the same stage presence, but I'm excited to see what he's like. It's the accent, English and Aussie, pull all the ladies. Spongy, I'm married, mate. You see this right here? I'm a married man, so don't start saying that in front of my wife. But yes, definitely, if I am talking to people, I always get a smile. And it's pretty awesome because in the UK, people just used to say, same old guy, don't even bother. There's no difference with this guy. He wears a suit. He speaks like the rest of us. It's the same. Yeah, it's the Diana situation that turned the public to hate him. Yeah, I mean, that was a difficult situation for sure. I think he didn't handle it very well, but there was definitely fault across both sides. Diana was obviously another amazing woman. So yeah, it was an odd one for me for sure. And especially how she died as well was really weird. But yeah, I'm not I am a fan of his. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan. I don't have any ill will to that guy. So I think it'll be interesting to see the next few years. If it's 85%, it's going to be really interesting to see if that continues or if people start to like him more. Do you have a favorite holiday? That is a good question. I would say probably Christmas holiday. You get together, you get presents. It's like getting mystery boxes all the time. Now I've got a kid as well. He's actually born on June 25th. The amazing thing is after 6 months, well, his 6-month half birthday is Christmas Day, which I think is kind of awesome because he has like a literally 6-month gap between getting his birthday and Christmas Day on December 25th. So I think that's kind of awesome. I'd like that because mine was on Friday, September to December. So this time of the year is great for me. Gets very boring for the first 6 months, 9 months of the year. Is that a Cyma M4 behind you? It is not, sir. This is a Tokyo Marui next generation recoil shock M4 CQBR, and it has been fully teched out. So it fires at 400 FPS. It has got a Gate Titan MOSFET in there. I use a 7.4 in it. That's a real EOTech. Like it's my absolute favorite thing in the world. I love the recoil on it with the same kind of AEG feeling. I know when they come stock, they're about 290 FPS. So from a US game point perspective, they're not great. But if you can have someone tech it for you, they go wrong more often than a standard AEG. But this thing is my absolute favorite thing in the world. So it's not Cyma. I know Cyma makes some good ones too. I'm a big Tokyo Marui guy, and this is, yeah, it's amazing. I've actually also got a Scar L version of this as well. I don't like it as much. The recoil on this is better. Scar L is obviously a bit different, takes the same mags, which is great. But the bolt comes back and forward, and it is really cool, but it just doesn't feel as kind of, I mean, it's not realistic, the CQBR, but it is definitely a lot cooler for me. I just like it a lot more. Not south enough for Bristol. Sounds like a gangster. So I don't know what that was about. Sorry, mate. That suit, though. Sorry, I have no connection miles out. TM for this win. Yeah, for the win. I mean, I actually got a high capper last week. I drove to Airsoft GI. I needed to do something for my car, get a certain amount of miles on it to reset a calibration. So I drove to Airsoft GI, saw a couple of the guys there. I can't remember the guy's name. He's the guy who does a lot of the story posts. I actually saw Cisco. He just walked in and out, but that store was actually completely empty. There's no one there. It's kind of just like a trading post for them where they have like a chain across the entrance saying ring if you want some service. But I was in there and I got a TM high capper because I was like, you know what, if I'm here, I love TM. I don't do speed soft, but I know everyone's obsessed with these things. So I wanted to check it out and I love it. It's very plastic, but to be honest, I just love TM. So I went and did that. The other thing I got from there, which is what I was going to talk about, is this. Because a lot of people really like this. And I have been told by a huge amount of people to go and get one. If you know what this is, please put it up on the screen or put it up in the comments, because I think a lot of people will know what this is. So let me know if you know what it is, and then I'm going to start talking through this thing, what my initial experience has been on it, and I will, I'll talk you through my thoughts. Okay, guys, so you've already got it. Seb, number 1. Well done, mate. Hater. Yep, it is the H8R, the Hater, and it is definitely a very different style airsoft gun, but it is actually practical in my opinion. Jim, the Mad Viking, absolutely, mate, you got it right as well. Have you ever played indoor games? I have played indoor games, and I've actually played indoor-outdoor, like George Air Force Base. And when I go into buildings, I always draw my Glock 26. So I don't normally use that, even though it's a CQBR. So yeah. Jim the Mad Viking, it's a Hater. I want one of those. Yes, and actually there's a guy called Roger St. James who has been watching the channel for a long time. He's been a sub for a long time. He emails me occasionally. Really cool guy. Sent me a knife. I've actually sent him a couple of AEGs for him and his son. He loves this. Keeps telling me you need to get one. So I was at Airsoft GI and they had one of these. They didn't have a box for it. So they were like, oh, we have an open box one if you really want it. Otherwise, you have to order it online. I was like, I don't really care about the box. I'm just going to take it. And I think they sold it to me for about $65. I think they're normally 85 or 80. But I saw it. I picked it up. I was like, it's very plastic, guys. There's no metal really on this. But it's really actually quite fun to hold. It's obviously very different to your usual pistol. But I do actually quite like it. One thing I would say is I don't think it's practical, as in you can use it in a game. I think with my Glock 26, it's probably about a 15 round mag. And with this, I'll show you how it opens up. So you've got this sliding catch here. So you slide it and you push it up to do the catch. And then it doesn't actually push the whole barrel, the chamber out here. But what it does do is you can take this out the back of it. And as you can see here, you put BBs into that side. And obviously that's the kind of side there where the gas is going to come through. If I didn't mention it before, this is a gas, not blowback, obviously. But then when it's back in, you can push this down and it goes back into place. It is actually not a gas blowback. Sorry, it's not a green gas. So this part of the handle will separate. Sorry, the pistol grip, and that's a CO2 canister in there. So you tighten the CO2 canister in there. I'm not generally a good CO2 pistol guy because I like knowing how much gas I've got left in the mag. So when I'm finishing a game and I'm going to refill mags, I just like being able to, re-top up all the mags just with green gas that I've used. I know CO2 can be more powerful, and I know a lot of people like it a lot more. But for me, it's just, it's not my preferred choice. But with this, I think it works because this is a 10 round mag here. So you've got 10 BBs you can put in here. You can carry these very easily. So I think I've got 4 or 5 of these now. So with it being CO2 and not having that many rounds, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's going to go through the CO2 capsule. I think it's going to take, 4 or 5 of these discs to get through it. And apparently the seals on it is really good. So I've heard a lot of great things. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is the safety. So you can see here, it's kind of like a little nub and it kind of slides. So that's off safe and that's on safe. So with that, you can't pull the hammer back. When you do this, you can. And so that primes it. So there's no blowback. You don't have to charge it. The BB is already primed to go. And I've got CO2 in here. So I'll show you what it does. When you pull the trigger, it's loud, but that's the kind of noise that you're going to get with it. You obviously can also, like the Mark 23, the SSP 23, instead of actually pulling the hammer back, you can just pull the trigger. So as you can see there, the hammer goes with that. George is pissed, sorry. So I'm going to stop firing that. But it is a really cool gun. And obviously this rotates every time to put another BB into that spot. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you buy one? I think for $65 or $85, it's a good deal. It's like, it's probably not going to be the only pistol you're going to use unless you're maybe playing indoor and you've got a lot of these discs. But as a sidearm that's different, and if you're just pulling it out to pull into buildings, or you're a sniper or something and you just want something close range, if you see someone from the bush, I think this is pretty cool. And if Roger St. James is watching this right now, you're going to be very happy that I'm saying this stuff because you've been trying to get me to buy one of these probably for a year. I'm probably not going to run it regularly, and I don't think I'll give it away just because it is a different one. But I'll probably use it at some point. It'll probably be like one of those, events like the Swamp Sniper events where, it's a bit different. You're not trying to, dress up in milsim style things. It's not camouflage, and you want, to use something or get a kill with something that's a bit cool. That's probably what I'm going to go with. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to try and wrap this up. We're already an hour and 10 minutes in. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're still at 11 people. We've been going between like 7 and 15, I think, constantly. So appreciate your time, guys, because at the moment we're coming up probably to 24 hours worth of watch time, which is insane. Absolutely insane. To me, it will be more of, it's weird because when, see when there's like the logos here on the right, I can't see what's written underneath it. So I always need to wait for that to come down, which it has. To me, it'll be more of a showpiece on my gun wall. Absolutely, mate. Speaking of which, I actually got the most recent BOA, which had a gun wall plate, which was part of it. So I'm excited for that to arrive and to open that up just to see what that's like. I don't really hang guns on my wall, but I do keep them in storage at the top of my garage. because it's a little bit out the way. I don't know if my wife really likes it if I'm displaying guns everywhere. I told you that I don't listen to what she says about airsoft. I do in that regard when it's about our house, because we do have guests and she may not be comfortable with that. So generally I don't put them in on the wall, but I am interested to see what that is. I think this would look great on a wall. I need to get this off. Actually, if any of you guys know how to get off this flash hider, let me know, because I don't want to ruin the gun, and it is plastic and I don't want to scratch it, and it's something that I've kind of pulled on and worked on a bit, but I can't get it off. And this would look so much cooler without that on the end. Okay, so I missed the start as well. Down the shed with Jason. It's good to have you here anyway, mate. It's really good to have you here. I'm afraid you did not win this week. It was Nabity. Yeah, Nabity's Great Adventures. Is that how I say it? He won it, and this was it. Sorry, Nabity, I'm not trying to show everyone what you won and make them all jealous, but this is what he won. And down the shed with Jason, you are hopefully going to win one soon, mate. Okay, so take care, guys. Good to see you, Marcus. Good luck with your operation. See you in the Discord, mate, because that is pretty great. I saw that on the e-Vike, Mike. Yeah, so I bought one. It was on the e-Vike for a while. I think they've got issues right now with the mystery boxes. They've increased the prices, and it does seem with the economy that people aren't just kind of throwing money around as much anymore. And the mystery boxes are good value, but you don't know what you're going to get. So if I didn't have this channel, I would probably just be spending my money more on the things that I want, definitely, and pay a bit more rather than kind of randomly getting stuff in mystery boxes. So that one didn't sell out for a while. It was up on the site for a good bit of time. Team Shadow Airsoft, hey, I enjoyed it. I think that might be, I didn't read the comment below. Seb Gaming, I honestly prefer shells with revolvers. That's half the fun with them. I think you're right. But also in game, I would just be really annoyed, and loading them would also be really annoying for me. So I've had those before and I've used them, but I would really like to use them more as like a backyard plinker or just shooting a target. In an actual game, I kind of think the disc thing in here, because you can load it so fast and not have to put individual shells in, I think it's more practical. That's one thing I would say. Sorry, I have to go. Team Shadow, thank you so much, mate. Guys, thank you for joining the channel. It means a lot. And good luck next week. Let me know when you watch the videos through on the channel if there's anything specific that you guys want to win. I know that we've had the idea is going to be shotgun or sniper. So at the moment, that's what I'm going to look at, unless you guys let me know. Mike, it was $300, and they usually were 220. So it's definitely, you know, it's 50% more or close to that. So yeah, it's a lot. If it's super glued or nail polished, the remover might do it for you careful enough not to mess with the finish. Yeah, okay, nail polish remover. See if I can get hold of that. Andy, yeah, thank you for putting that up, mate, because I'm going to try that. I presume my wife's got nail polish remover somewhere, or something I could order on eBay, or sorry, eBay, Amazon, and get it pretty quickly. Yep, so sorry I have to go, guys. See you later. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that up, because you guys are leaving now, and I know we still got 10 people watching, but I want to keep you guys interested and engaged, and I don't want to talk about everything because you'll just get bored. Spongy, soak it in boiling water and remove the glue. That's a good idea, but is that going to melt the plastic or bend the actual plastic of the weapon? Because as I said, this is just the tip, okay? That's a very interesting way of putting it. So I'm just going to rest that tiny bit in there and then hopefully pull it off. I think that's what you mean. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to round that up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congrats again on winning that Nabity, because that's pretty awesome that you got hold of it. And yeah, I want to know what you guys want in the future. If you don't mind liking this video, sharing it, putting on the notifications, subscribing to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you want a chance to win this, if you want a chance to win every week, there's 3 levels of membership as I've gone through. First one gives you 1 entry, second one gives you 2 entries, third one gives you 4 entries, second and third give you a load more stuff, and that's badger member level 1 and 2. So hopefully that makes sense, but I'm going to make a short video soon which is going to run through that properly. But thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you all in the Discord. I have an unboxing video coming later in the week. I'm not sure what day yet, but it will be coming fairly soon. And I've got 7 mystery boxes to edit and to post. So I'm going to try and get those out as fast as I can and then get back to some gameplay. But always, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for annoying George. That's